Judith Maria and welcome to SC Global News. From the 100 days of Pope Leo XIV as the Supreme Pontiff of the Catholic Church to the wave of conversions, especially in the Middle East belt, we have many stories to cover. Pope Leo XIV marks his first 100 days with a calm, steady approach that prioritizes unity, environmental stewardship and church tradition, while deliberately avoiding polemics. Vatican sources portray his quieter style as a welcome shift from his high-profile spontaneity of his predecessors, seeking stability amid church divisions and reinforcing reforms initiated under Pope Francis.
Pope Leo XIV's first 100 days have revealed the leadership style defined by calm, unity, and tradition. At a Holy Year celebration in Rome, he delighted tens of thousands with an unscheduled ride in the papal vehicle, then addressed them in English, Spanish, and Italian. He urged young people to be the salt of the earth and light of the world, spreading hope and peace in Christ. Observers say the Pope has avoided polemics, headline-making remarks, and self-focus, preferring a steady emphasis on reconciliation. Kevin Hughes of Villanova University noted that his deliberate style contrasts with Francis's spontaneity, offering relief to many Catholics. He prioritized unity by focusing on issues such as artificial intelligence, widely seen as non-partisan, and by offering the Vatican bureaucracy a conciliatory message that popes come and go, but the Curia remains. He has cemented his predecessor's environmental legacy with the Vatican's first solar farm and an ecologically themed Mass. He also refined financial reforms and confirmed John Henry Newman as a doctor of the Church. These efforts underscore the continuity with the late Pope Francis. Rooted in Augustinian spirituality and shaped by missionary work in Peru, Leo blends Francis's outward vision with his emphasis on tradition and calm, a papacy some Vatican officials describe as a calming rain.
The Holy Father has extended his prayers and solidarity to the victims of devastating floods in Pakistan, Nepal, and India. Speaking through Vatican News, the Pope expressed closeness to grieving families and urged global support for relief efforts. The floods triggered by heavy monsoon rains have caused widespread destruction and displacement across South Asia.
After leading the Angelus in Freedom Square at Castel Gandolfo, Pope Leo XIV conveyed his solidarity with the people of Pakistan, India, and Nepal, who were devastated by severe flooding, Vatican News reported. The Pope offered prayers for the victims of the catastrophic flooding that struck Pakistan, India-administered Kashmir, and Nepal, killing more than 300 people after days of torrential rains. He expressed his closeness to families who lost loved ones and to all those endured hardships in the aftermath of the disaster. In Pakistan's Burna region, authorities said rescue teams evacuated over 3,500 stranded tourists after flash floods swept away villages. Landslides and damaged roads continue to hinder relief efforts, making rescue operations extremely difficult. The Pope renewed his call for global peace, stressing that in every negotiation, the common good of peoples must take priority. He expressed hope that international efforts to end wars and foster reconciliation would bear fruit. Despite these tragedies and global crises, Pope Leo XIV pointed to signs of hope, noting summer evangelization initiatives even in vacation spots. Citing a recent youth mission in Riccione, Italy, he thanked those who share the gospel with creativity and dedication, calling such efforts a source of encouragement for the Church.
The Peruvian government has introduced a new faith tourism title in the footsteps of Pope Leo XIV, which connects 35 significant landmarks tied to the Pope's decade-long mission in the country. The itinerary is designed to attract visitors from across the globe, including 4 regions that focuses on religious sites that held special importance for Father Robert Prevost, later bishop, throughout his pastoral ministry in Peru.
The Peruvian government has launched a tourist itinerary connecting dozens of landmarks associated with Pope Leo XIV's decades-long mission in the country. Named in the footsteps of Pope Leo XIV, the faith tourism route that links 35 sites is expected to draw tourists from all over the world. This is a route that not only runs through streets or churches, but also through the memory, faith, and hope of a people who never stopped dreaming and who today can proudly say that we have a Peruvian Pope, said Peruvian President Dina Boluarte during the launching ceremony in July. According to the Peruvian Ministry of Foreign Trade and Tourism, the government will invest $150 million in the project for church renovations, museum expansions, and roads. The route includes circuits in 4 different regions and is centered around religious locations that were significant for Father and later Bishop Robert Prevost during his pastoral work in Peru. The route includes the parish where Father Prevost first started his ministry, a pre-seminary where he taught young men, the Archdiocese of Trujillo, where Father Prevost served as a judicial vicar, and the convent of San Thomas de Villanova, which was his home for nearly 10 years. The government also announced on July the 21st that a 21-foot-high sculpture of the pontiff would be constructed at the entrance of the city of Chiclayo, where the then Father Robert Francis Prevost served as the diocesan bishop for 8 years.
The Islamic State-backed terrorist organization ADF unleashed fury into the Congolese village as terrorists hacked at least 30 residents to death with machetes. The attack happened a month after deadly bombing in Catholic Church in the Democratic Republic of Congo.
At least 30 people have been reportedly killed in North Kivu province of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Local media suggests that the attack was carried out by the Islamic State-backed allied democratic forces in the Christian-dominated village of Baper. Samuel Kahani, president of the civil society organization Tayuja and a community leader, confirmed in a press conference that 30 people had been killed, about 100 taken hostage, and several houses destroyed. These attacks happened a month before the deadly bombings at a Catholic church in Ituri province in northern Congo. The Allied Democratic Forces, which have ties to the Islamic State, have routinely carried out ambushes against the country's Christian minority since the start of the year. The ADF has its roots in Congo and Uganda, and the respective governments launched a joint armed operation against the group earlier this year.
During a recent radio interview with Fox News, President Donald Trump pledged to do everything he can to help free imprisoned Catholic activist Jimmy Lai. He noted that he has already brought it up in discussion with the government circles and promised to see what he can do to support the longtime human rights advocate who has spent years behind bars. US President Donald Trump has pledged to take significant steps to support imprisoned Catholic activist Jimmy Lai, expressing his commitment during a recent Fox News radio interview. Trump stated that he has already begun raising the issue within government discussions and intends to keep it a priority. Lai, a prominent advocate for democracy and human rights, has been held by Chinese Communist Party authorities since 2020. He is currently nearing the end of a prolonged national security trial in Hong Kong, which began in December 2023 after years of delays. In addition to the ongoing trial, Lai has received several prison sentences for charges linked to fraud and participation in unauthorized assemblies. The trial's progress has been repeatedly delayed due to Lai's deteriorating health, including serious heart issues that emerged during his incarceration. A convert to Catholicism since 1997, Lai has been open about his faith and the role it plays in his life. Catholic leaders and global human rights organizations have rallied behind Lai, demanding his release. In 2023, a U.S. Congressional Commission urged sanctions against Hong Kong's prosecutors and judges if Lai remained imprisoned. That same year, several international human rights groups launched coordinated efforts calling for his freedom. Father Robert Sirico, a Catholic priest and founder of Acton Institute in Michigan, expressed doubt at the start of Lai's trial that Chinese authorities would release him. Nonetheless, the international support has continued to grow. Earlier this year, Lai was honored with the Bradley Prize, recognizing him as an inspiration to all who value freedom. In his conversation with Brian Kilmeade, Trump emphasized, quote, "I didn't say 100% I'd say him. I said 100% I'm going to bring it up," end quote. He also praised Lai's son Sebastian for his dedication to securing his father's release. On August 15, 2025, Pope Leo XIV named Bishop Francis Serraro S.J. as the new Bishop of Mysore. The diocese had been without a bishop since 2023, during which time Archbishop Bernard Morris served as the administrator. With this appointment, Bishop Serraro becomes the 9th bishop to lead the Mysore diocese.
Pope Leo XIV has appointed Bishop Francis Serrao S.J. as the new Bishop of Mysore. The appointment was announced on August 15, 2025. Mysore Diocese became vacant in 2023, and Archbishop Bernard Morris has been its administrator. Bishop Francis Serrao will be the 9th bishop of the diocese. Francis Serrao is the youngest of 11 children. 6 of his brothers are priests, and his sister is a religious nun. He entered the Society of Jesus in 1979 at Mount St. Joseph, Bangalore. He was ordained a priest on April 30, 1992, and made his perpetual profession in the Society of Jesus on May 1, 1999. Pope Francis appointed him the Bishop of Shimoga in 2014. Bishop Francis is also currently serving as chairman of the CCBI Commission for Ecumenism. The Diocese of Mysore was established in 1886. Today, it comprises the districts of Mysore, Mandya, Kodagu, and Chamarajanagar. It has a Catholic population of 134,000 in 93 parishes and is served by 140 diocesan priests.
Pope Leo XIV has appointed Monsignor Eric Sovigudi, a native of Benin, as the new Apostolic Nuncio to Burkina Faso, assigning him the titular see of Crescenza in Italy with the dignity of Archbishop. The appointment was announced on August 15, 2025, highlighting the Vatican's continued engagement in West Africa and strengthening of diplomatic and ecclesiastical ties.
Pope Leo XIV appointed Monsignor Eric Sovigudi, a native of Benin, as the Apostolic Nuncio to Burkina Faso. Vatican sources confirmed. The Vatican announced the appointment on August 15, the solemnity of the Blessed Virgin Mary. He will succeed Archbishop Giancarlo della Giovanna, who has served in the country since March. ACI Africa reported that the nuncio previously served as permanent observer of the Holy See to UNESCO and has extensive experience in Vatican diplomatic missions in Haiti, Ghana, Tanzania, Guatemala, and at the Secretariat of State. Born in March 1971 in Benin's Catholic Diocese of Abomey, he was ordained a priest in October 1998. He entered the Holy See's diplomatic service in July 2005. His appointment is a strategic move to strengthen the Church's influence and support local Catholic initiatives. Members of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Burkina Faso and Niger, CEBN, expressed their congratulations. They also assured him of their prayers for a fruitful mission. ACI Africa reported that they thanked the Holy Father for his care for the church in the West African nation. Monsignor Sowegwidi will assume office in the coming weeks, beginning his diplomatic mission and reinforcing the Vatican's long-standing presence in Burkina Faso.
An extraordinary movement is emerging across the Middle East where hundreds of Muslims are experiencing vivid and deeply moving dreams of Jesus. What might be dismissed as a mere imagination is in fact becoming a powerful catalyst for widespread conversions from Islam to Christianity. In nations like Iran, traditionally resistant to Christianity, individuals are now lining up outside churches eager to understand the meaning behind these mysterious dreams they had while sleeping.
An extraordinary trend is unfolding across the Middle East. Hundreds of Muslims report vivid and profound dreams of Jesus. What may seem like an imagination is now a driving force behind the large-scale conversion of people from Islam to Christianity. In countries such as Iran, long hostile toward Christianity, people are queuing in front of the church to seek more about the dream they had seen during their sleep. One woman, for example, in Iran dreamed of a figurine of Jesus and then miraculously regained the ability to walk. John Ganem, an evangelical pastor, former Muslim and founder of Faith and Love Media, highlights this development in a recent interview with CBN's R. Raj Nair. John argues that many Muslims are fed up with fundamentalist interpretations of Islam, which he says restrict their search for the true creator. His team regularly receives inquiries from seekers of nations where conversion to Christianity is punishable by law. His team provides guidance and support to seekers by reminding them of Jesus' words during the Sermon of the Mount. Everyone who acknowledges me before others, I will also acknowledge them before my Father in heaven. John also explains that conversion from Islam to Christianity is not an easy one, as he still faces death threats from Islamic fundamentalists from denouncing Islam in 2017. John Ganem, who has taken on a mission to lead Muslims to Christianity, is considered one of the most influential Christian voices in the world. His Instagram account, which mainly shares his testimony and his journey from Islam to Christian, currently has almost 400,000 followers. John also recounts the persecution he faced when he left Islam in 2017, as the local imam in his native country invalidated his marriage, thereby separating him from his wife of 7 years. International Desk, Shekinah News.
That's all for today. Until we meet again, God bless and thank you.